Hello guys, and welcome back to the Wicked Wench build. I just wanted to show you the progress. I've been kind of stuck with the planking because I needed to figure out the stairs going from here to here. If they were to, because I didn't want I'm not going to use the stairs coming with the kit. I printed some of my own. This is not the final product, but I've printed these stairs. My wife actually designed them, and I printed them on the 3D printer. And they're supposed to be like this, but if I had the normal bulwark sitting there, the stairs would just kind of go outside the bulwark and on to the outside of the ship. So I decided to extend the bulwark here. As you can see, I put in an extra piece here, sanded it all down. I'm gonna use some putty to make it all smooth, so you can't see anything. It's the same on the other side. So I couldn't really, before I did that, I needed to get the stairs before I could determine if I needed to extend the bulwark here. So I couldn't I couldn't continue planking because I want the planking to go over this so you can't really see it. But we figured it out, and the stairs, which is going to be somewhat like these, is going to be on here, on a little bit like so. So you see the stairs is all straight. They're not supposed to be all straight. Oh, there you go. If you can see it, they're not supposed to be all straight. They need to go. They need to be turned a little bit, so they actually are straight, if that makes sense. So they go into the bulwark here, and all the way up, so it becomes like a piece here. So in the same time, I have a gun port here, which I'm going to plank over. I'm just going to skip this gun port here. So because on the real ship, there is well, the real ship being the Black Pearl, but before the Black Pearl it was the Wicked Wench. But on the Pearl and on the Wicked Wench, which is the same ship, the stairs were like so, and then there was a gun underneath the stairs. It might be easier to show it on the other side, like so. So the guns would be on the on here, beneath the stairs, and I have room for the gun. The only problem is that if I do make a new gun port for the new gun, it's going to be really close to this one, meaning that you're going to have two guns, like it's going to be in between those two, so it's probably going to be here. And I'm not quite sure if that's going to be too close, if it's going to look silly, or how it's going to be. I don't know. So I guess I'm going to figure that one out. So also the figurehead is all done, printed. I have this one, I have another one which is slightly larger. I'm not quite sure which one is gonna end up being used. We got the decors for the door, and we have windows. I'm just gonna show you everything now. So this is the door. This is the finished product. My wife made that door, so that's gonna be here, and then we're gonna have this decor here, like so, and then we're gonna have a window. It's gonna be a little bit cramped. It's gonna be filled up, but it's gonna be like so ish, somewhere around there. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see if you can see it here. But that's how it's gonna go. And then you're gonna have then I can have a gun here if I choose to do that, and then the stairs going out, going over the gun. But these are the finished products basically. Nothing's gonna change much from them. Whoops. Again, I need to work a little bit on the stairs. so they will fit. As you saw, I put lights in. I only put about 4 or 5 LEDs on here. The cables are really thin and they snap really quick. And then I put some lights here. Some are flickering and some are just complete steady. So yeah, and I have 2 pieces up here that kind of broke, so I need to do another piece here as well, so they will come as the same, file it down, and make it work with the rest of it, and then plank over it. So this is the status. I chose not to film the secondary planking because the first planking that I did is basically the same way you plank the secondary planking, and normally I don't do secondary planking because I don't see the need for it if you're going to paint it, but on this particular ship I actually gonna need the second planking because I'm gonna do some weathering, and I'm hoping that I can do like a 3-stage weathering. So first, I'm assuming that it's gonna have some sort of primer, primer coat to begin with, which is probably going to be black, and that's going to be painted white on top of the black for the hull here. But I want to see the wood. I want to see the black. Again, so we're going to see 3 colors. You're going to see the wood color. You're going to see the black, and you're going to see the white at the bottom of the ship. And the same here as well on the top part here, where it's going to be red. Probably also painted, so you can see the wood color, the black, and the red as well. But we'll get to that when we get to that. But that's why I chose to plank it, the secondary planking. If I am doing a ship that's not going to be painted at all, where I just do the natural colors of the wood, I would still plank it only once. But I would buy Sapelli planks. You can still buy them here in Denmark. I would buy Sapelli planks and plank it with Sapelli, as the way I did with my Santana, and the way that I did with my Santissima Trinidad. So yeah, and I would probably not do the same planking that I just did here. I would do the tabbering of the planks, so you get a more nice outcome. In this case, it doesn't really matter that much because it's going to be painted. Anyways, that's not of me yapping around. I'm going to continue with the planking up here, and then we're going to fit the keel. And I think that when we fit the keel, we're going to do some rubbing strakes and stuff like that. And then we're going to see if I'm going to do another gun port here as well. I'm not quite sure, but we'll see. Anyways, I'm going to continue. See you on the other side. Cheers. Hiya. Some might have noticed that I have this little tray here, and in this tray I have old sawdust from sapelli wood that I sanded, and then I kept the sawdust here. And I'm just gonna tell you or show you how I'm using that, because you can see that this piece here needs some modifications and stuff like that, and it still doesn't have a correct fit. So what I do is that I sand it. Like so. It still needs to get a little bit more sanding, but it's just for the training purposes, or not training, but to show you. And then I take some CA glue, and then I put CA glue down in that little gap that you saw a minute ago, like so. Like so, and then it sinks down, and then I just wipe it, and it's still moist, and then I take some of this sawdust and just do it like this. Just rub it on the surface. Then you can blow it away. You can still see the gap, but now it's filled with wood. As you can see, maybe, hope you can see it, like here. And the same on the other side here. So that's what I use it for, and you can use it. This is sapelli and this is walnut, so it doesn't really matter here, because this is going to be painted anyway, so you're not going to see it. I just wanted to show you. Obviously this is sapelli sawdust, and this is walnut, so you're going to see the difference in the wood color. But if you had walnut sawdust, you can do it the same, and you won't be able to see the gap. If you keep sanding and then filling and sanding and filling with the CA glue in between. But anyway, that was just a little a tip that I wanted to give you. I'm going to continue with the keel here, going here from here to all the way to the stern, putting this piece on, and then we're gonna call it quits for this video. The next video is gonna contain the some rubbing strokes. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut now and continue to film this this segment here. All right, see ya. Alright, now so I put the stern post on here. I actually don't know what it was called, the stern post. The stern keel, so to speak. And I'm just missing this last piece here. And when I put this on, as you can see, it is actually falling a bit short of the of this here. If you can see that. And the rudder is supposed to go on here, and it's gonna be a little bit. It's gonna be like so. I'm gonna just turn it over so you can see it. Oh my god, I took this off. Just a second there. Just gonna make sure that this is gonna be all straight and level again. I'm using this spot here because I know that this is the middle of the false keel, so I'm trying to get this one to line up with this one, so making sure that this one here is straight. Yeah, that's it there. So probably not going to touch it. Hope that you can see it though. If I do it like this, hope you can see it. So this is the last piece of the keel, and you can see that it's falling short, because you're also gonna have this up here, like so, and it has an angle to it, and that angle needs to fit with the bottom here of the bottom of the keel, and it's also a little bit short, I can see. So I'm gonna stop the video here. I'm gonna glue this here on. And then I'm gonna stop the video and call it quits for this time. But we need to I need to extend this little piece here with some wood, and then make sure that it has a nice fit to this this piece, or this part of the stern here, and also making sure that it's all the way down to the keel, like so. And gonna extend this here as well. I think it's probably gonna fit with if I take two of these 2mm type by 5mm planks and glue them together. They're probably gonna fit something like that, and then extend that piece here. So two small pieces that I need to scratch build to extend this part, to make sure that this this is gonna fit. It's about 5mm I need to extend it. But anyways, I'm gonna glue this on and call the video quits for this time. And when all this is done here, we're gonna continue with the next page of the instructions, which is gonna be the rubbing strakes. And some supports on the inline of the inside of the bulwarks. Inside here, kind of like the front here. If you can see here, the front here, I'm gonna line the inside here as well. I already put some chipping fluid on these parts here that I extended. So I'm just waiting for that to dry and then paint it, and then do the weathering. But you already see how I did that, so there's no point in showing that as well. Also need to drill holes on this side here as well. So anyways, thank you very much for this time, guys. I will continue. I'm actually not quite sure, because seeing that I'm done with the planking and all, and my workshop is a mess, I might just go ahead and bring out the lathe and do the mast for my fram, so I can continue with building that. It's doing the mast and doing the rigging. So there's no dirty work left. So before I clean the workshop, I'm probably just gonna do that. So anyways, I'm gonna see you in the next part, if it's gonna be the Black Swan / Wicked Wench, or if it's gonna be fram. So see you next time. Cheers, bye.